So Jim and I are back at the old house, and we're going to search around I'm going to search around the area where I searched last time and found a bunch of stuff, bunch of bullets, and I think a coin and a few other things. All right, Jim and I are back at the old 1700s home, and we found a ton of relics around here. Last time I was here, in this end of the house, I found a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to start here today. In this hole right here, I had gotten a number of bullets out of that area and a whole bunch of buckshot. And the signal's in here still. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start right there, and I'm going to get a couple more signals, probably buckshot, but it could be a bullet or two. There's so many buckshot, I just kind of gave up after a while. So there's something there, something there. So we definitely have a few targets here. They're probably buckshot. I'm not 100%. We'll work with a pinpointer. I know there's going to be a lot of nails too, so don't be surprised if we dig some nails. All right, there's a first piece of buckshot. So we're not skunked. It's a good thing. I suspect there's going to be a lot of buckshot in here. Yeah, another piece of buckshot. Another piece of buckshot. This is a buckshot from the American Civil War. Another piece of buckshot. All right, so I'm just going to go along here and pick out all the buckshot as I go. And if I find something else, I'll get you back out. I guess I probably should explain this again since this is a new video. Buckshot was used during the American Civil War as a charge in a shotgun, just like they do now, or as an extra, 3 extra projectiles in a big old 69 caliber round ball, which is called buck and ball. 3 buckshot, 1 69 caliber round ball, which would be fired out of a musket. But they also carried shotguns, which would have a whole bunch of the buckshot in there. I'm not sure how many, but probably 20 or 30 or so. So that could be what we're finding is charges of that. But we have been finding 69 caliber round balls too, so you never know for sure. All right, so we have a nice little squeaker out of the hole right there, 65. It was deep enough. I'm hoping it's good. Oh no, I hope that's not it right there. A piece of flashing from the roof. Yep, that's a piece of flashing from the roof. So that's probably that's a really decent sounding thing. So that's unfortunate. It's not a. Oh, it's a silver arrowhead in my dreams. All right, I'll check the hole and cover it back up. Well, this looks like a base to a shotgun shell. This is a brass base, so it sounds really good. Can't quite read that with my eyes, but I'll get you a picture of it. But yeah, but this is a 12 gauge shotgun shell. The rest of this would have been paper, would have been a paper cartridge, and would have had the powder in it, and then the lead shot. I won't show you any more of these if I find them, but I just wanted to show you the one. So I just dug this. This is actually, I think it's a lid off of, yeah, it's probably like a tube of toothpaste or something, and the rest of it's rotted away. And this is the lid to it. And this metal sounds really good. Yeah, you can see where it has the threads on it right there where you screw the lid on it. But yeah, these always sound kind of like buttons. So it's a good sound, just not a great target. I had a nice screamer here, but I figured it was pretty shallow, so I thought it might be like a modern, something modern. And sure enough, look at that. 50 cents. So yeah, here's 50 cents. This looks like it's been out here. It could have been out here a year or so. It's got some staining on it. It wasn't real recent. But yeah, that was right there. Not a great. I'll check to make sure there's no more quarters in there. That might be our best find. So I've since moved away from that side of the house, but I could smell something kind of disgusting over here. And I look down, that's a big old puffball down the hill. I might have to get that for supper tonight. And there's a mushroom here that's, I think it's called I don't know if it's a stinkhorn, but it's a stinky mushroom. That thing is foul. Look at all the ants on it. Looks a gelatinous mess on the bottom. Boy, the ants like it. Not the old CHIGG. So I have an interesting little piece of copper. Well, I don't know how interesting it is, but it's a piece of copper. That's pretty old. That could be Civil War era, you know, 1800s, 1860s. It looks like it was probably, this is probably the top. It's almost like a scabbard, piece of a scabbard of some sort. This is where the blade would have gone down into it, or the knife, and the leather would have been down here. Now, I'm not 100% on that, but because this is kind of smooth, see how it's kind of smooth and rounded on the top, versus this, which is kind of sharp and jagged. So over in front of the house now, and I found quite a few coins over here, wheat pennies and Indian heads, and also large cents. But we've got our first coin here, and it looks like it's going to be, well, I guess it's a coin. I mean, it could be a button. Probably a wheat penny or a modern penny. Oh no, it might be a button. Is it? No, it's a wheat penny. All right, so if you look at the back, you see it says 1 cent, and it's got little sheaves of wheat coming up here and on this side. That's why it's called a wheat penny. We'll flip it over, and it's pretty, you know, it's not really great shape. It's pretty smooth, but we'll 100% get a date off of that. You probably already know what it is. Wanted to show you this as well. This is a casing to a 22 long rifle cartridge. This is a casing part. The bullet is it's pretty small bullet. It's, well, it's 22 caliber, but there's not a lot of weight to it. And this has probably been fired. If you look at the bottom, you'll probably see where the edge of it will have a little ding in it. That means it's been fired, and of course the bullet's gone. Still up near the front of the house, there's a couple of rocks here, which I'm guessing are probably put there by someone, because those are the only rocks in the yard. But I got a nice high squeaker just to the side. That sounds pretty juicy. I think it's going to probably be a coin or a nice solid button. That sounds juicy right there, man. All right, you ready? I don't think it's too deep. Probably going to be in there. I can tell by kind of how loud it is, you know. Well, I guess not, unless it's in one of these. Right. Of course, if it's bigger, that can fool you. Yeah, so it's in one of those two clumps. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a coin of some sort. All right, it's in here. Oh, it fell out. Looks like a Chinese coin. What do you say? See a disc right there in a loop. I can see there's a hole in it. If it's square, it's a Chinese coin. Boy, get some light. Yeah, so that's probably a token of some sort. Like out of a crackerjack. Ah, look at that wasp. He's coming to get me. Get out of here, dude. Those things will sting you. Yeah, so this is a, I don't want that thing to get on me. I don't know, I thought it said lure, but I don't think it's what it is. I'll get it cleaned up and get you a good picture so you can see what it is. But it's some type of little token of some sort. So I got a little token or whatever, and I was sitting there, and I stood up real fast, and I hit my head on this old piece of wood, and man, it about knocked me out. I'm gonna have a goose egg back here, I guarantee it. This is a strange little piece. I think it's made out of lead or pewter. I'm not thinking it's going to be anything really good, but I just want to show it to you just in case it is once I clean it up. So I'm up real close to the house now, hoping to find a few wheat pennies or Indian heads, and I got a nice signal, popped it out. I think I'm looking at the base to a bullet, probably a Williams cleaner, but I'm not sure. Do you see it right there? I think that's what that's going to be. This is a Williams cleaner. There's a little plunger that comes out of here, and it's about the same diameter of the bullet right there, but yeah, that's what that is, I do believe. I have a nice high squeaker here. I can actually see it, so I'll just go ahead and pick that up. That is a modern penny. Got Lincoln Memorial on the back. Now, it's actually more signals here, so it's probably some more coins. That's where I found the Lincoln Memorial. Oh, that's probably going to be a nickel, by the way it sounds. Yep, it's a nickel. This is a 5-cent piece, but it is a modern one. Oh well, I'll check the hole and grab any other coins that are in here, but I don't have high hopes for there being any good ones. I'm working my way down by the steps, and I'll go down what probably used to be a walkway, and I got a coin there. It's going to be a penny. The color of it, though, that green, real green color, leads me to believe it's going to be an Indian head penny. They have a tendency to turn dark green. And is that what it is? I can't tell. Yeah, it's an Indian head. So it says 1 cent on the back. It's got a big wreath that goes all the way around it with a shield, and it's going to be an Indian head on the front of this, and we'll get you a good date off of that. I've heard said that although that's an Indian head, that the actual person depicted is actually Lady Liberty from the other coins that we have. That it's all the same face, although don't quote me on that, but someone did tell me that. So here's another nice high reading, about 1.5 feet from where I found that. Actually, there's several of them. There's one there, and the lower reading there. But let's go ahead and get that thing. That's probably going to be a coin. Not sure about this one. Might be not be a coin, but a bigger piece of brass or something. There it is, I think, right here. All right, so boy, I have no idea what this is. It's a much heavier piece of brass. I mean, that's why we thought it was a coin of some sort, but I don't know. I think it had a handle on it. If you look here, that's where something swiveled. That's a rivet, probably for wooden handle. So some type of tool, I would guess, like not a pocket knife, but some type of tool like that. Definitely has a swivel right there. I have something here we dug up. I can see a faint outline of it. I don't think that's going to be a coin, but I don't know. Looks too big for a shotgun shell, doesn't it? I'll find out here in a minute. I don't know what that is. Probably a little lid. Yeah, some type of little doodad. Little copper lid up to something, I think. Alright, yeah, I'll get you a picture of it. I'm not going to clean it up any more than that for right now, but yeah, not a bad little sound. Just wasn't as good as I'd hoped it would be as far as an artifact. Looks like we have a thin disc down there. Wasn't given a real high signal, so I don't think it's silver, but it could be a button or something. I don't think it's a cent. Okay, yeah, so that's going to be a Tombac button. Most excellent. So we have artifacts from like the 1700s mixed in, same depth really, with the artifacts from today. Oh, nice, nice. Got a button today, and that makes me happy. When you hear the term Tombac button, what that actually means, or what it actually is, that's a description of the type of metal. Tombac is a type of metal. I think it's antimony and tin, maybe something else. So Tombac button means that kind of metal button, which would be like the equivalent of saying copper button or brass button or lead button. That's all Tombac means. I have something in this clod of dirt. Don't know what it's going to be, but we're going to find out together. Break it apart. Yeah, it's in this one. Break it apart. Yeah, it's in this one. Break it apart. You see it? Oh, there it is. So I'm going to say that's camera slipped. That's probably a button. Is it? We'll flip it over. Yep, it's a button. So this is a nice little brass button. This isn't Tombac material, it's brass. Some type of copper alloy. We got the shank right on the back. So yeah, it's a nice little find. Second button, I think, of the day. This might be something good. It was down a ways. And a nice, is that it? Is that a bullet? Civil War pistol bullet. No, it's a bullet. That is a Civil War Sharps bullet. That is a Sharps carbine bullet. A really nice high squeaker in here. Did you hear it? This thing's gonna be in this clod. It's got probably a little coin of some sort. No, not in that clod. So it's underneath the clod. Alright, should be pretty much visible, I would think. You see it? I don't see it. Let's get the pinpointer out. Probably, I would think, guess it's gonna be a penny or something. Oh, it's up in here yet. Ah, there it is. Unfortunately, I can see a reeded edge. Well, maybe that's a good thing. That's going to be a silver coin or a modern silver-ish coin. All right, haven't seen it yet, but it's definitely reeded. Huh. Yeah, it's a modern silver-ish coin, meaning it just looked like silver when it was made. That's a shame. When I say modern, I mean it's not silver. So I have a nice high squeaker there, and I think it might be silver. Oh, I don't really know. You ready? Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be... Oh, is that a button? Wow, that's a button, but I think it's a silver button, dude. It's 100% a button. You can see the shank on the back's right here. It looks like copper poking through, so that's silver plated. That's probably a silver plated button. Oh boy, is that thing shiny or what? You see it? Try to make it flash for the camera. I can flash it for my eyes, but that's an awesome little button right there, man. That's sweet. I had a nice banger in the hole and pitched it out, and it looks like it's a Civil War bullet. See it sitting over there, all lonely. Yeah, it is. That is a Civil War bullet. It's a Confederate Gardner. This is a good, solid Confederate bullet. You see, it's got the 2 grooves. It's actually nose cast. You see how this has a little dimple on the nose? That's nose cast, 2 grooves, and that hollow base that goes back in there. So good, solid Confederate bullet. I've never really detected up in this area, so maybe there'll be some more. That would be sweet. It's like another Civil War bullet down there. Yeah, it is. Another beautiful old Gardner. That's a chunky bullet right there. Sweet. I think we're in a good little spot here. A nice high squeaker right in here. Oh, it's a penny. Modern penny. Well, a small cent. Don't know if it's going to be his old Abe, so we're going to flip it over, see if it's a wheat penny or a modern penny. Lincoln Memorial penny. That is a wheat cent. Awesome. We're on it now. We kind of moved locations a little bit. Jim said he found a big dandy button down here. So I came down here with him to dig around a little bit, and this is my very first target on the hillside. I think it's a largie. Looky. No, it's not a largie. Boy, I thought it was a large cent. Not sure what it is. It could be the cap off of something. Those are rivets right there, I think. Give it a quick swipe. Nope, not sure what that is. Huh. Oh well, had a beautiful signal, beautiful sound to it. I want to show you a little something that's kind of interesting. It's a big old mushroom. Look at that bad boy. That's what we call a puffball. And when it gets ripe and the spores are ready, you can tap it or kick it, and the huge clouds of spores will come out of it. But it's still growing right now. Good thing about puffballs is they're very tasty. So we're going to pick one and eat it tonight for supper. Got to find a good one though, not quite that big. This is a good size one right here, probably nice and firm. A couple more down here. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that other one that we saw. Well, here's a nice little one there. He'll be tasty. We'll get this one. This is a good size one right here. Ooh, look at all the worms in it. I don't know, I might not get this one. Yeah, that one's a little, we're gonna let that one go. That's too many bugs. See what this little one's like. Yeah, I'll grab a couple of these little ones here. We'll eat them instead. That one's pretty worm eaten. Never mind. too many bugs in them. High squeaker here. I think that's probably a piece of a lantern by the looks of it from here. If not, it's something like that. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it's made out of some type of copper alloy, kind of very brassy. Had a very, very high squeak. So Jim and I are going to call it a day, I think. I think we did pretty good. We've found some pretty interesting things. Jim's got a nice dandy button I want to show you. Right. Maybe. In my bag. You lose it already, Jim? No. I hate when that happens. Yeah, it does the job. Oh, okay. Let's see what he got here. A schnozzle. That goes off a garden hose. That's a big old brassy thing. And all kinds of little things. A little iron D buckle. Chuck and shells. That is solder. That goes to like a solder to a gutters or something like that. Here's a big old something. Little iron buckle. A bullet. All right, got a bullet, huh?
Yeah.
Sweet. That's a nice little find. I don't see any dandies. Oh, there it is. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's a nice big old button right there. That's a dandy button. These were popular.
Well, it bonged onto it.
I bet it did.
Yeah.
These were probably like late 1700s, early 1800s. Flamboyant young men, typically, or dandies, wore these. I think, Jim, ready to head out?
Yep.
Me too. Too many bugs out here yet. Let's see on the next one.
She's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth.